Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about Prey. Does it suck? Are you in luck? Stay tuned till the end to find out. Let's get into it. It is directed by Dan Trachtenberg of 10 Cloverfield Lane fame, one of my favorite horror sequels of all time. Doing a prequel this time around, Prey is set far before the original Predator film, in the early 1700s. The plot centers around a member of the Comanche tribe named Maru as she tries to prove herself to her peers, not only as a member of their tribe, but as a skilled hunter and an even better warrior. Her and her people aren't the only hunters around though, as they soon find out when they become the hunted. Naru is our main protagonist, played by Amber Midthunder, whom I have also seen in a Liam Neeson movie called The Ice Road. She gives a good performance in both movies, but this is the first time where I've seen her take the lead role within a film. But within this movie, they don't give her enough to work with. She does develop throughout the movie, but it is bare bones development. She wants to hunt, she learns to hunt, she is a hunter, that is it. And before somebody says this is a Predator movie, Trevor, I don't know what you're expecting. The first movie, although I hate to compare the two, had a main character that came in a cocky bad butt. But throughout the movie, he learns that he's not as bad butt as he thought he was now that he is up against something that is more powerful. He has to lose friends, he has to lose bonds, he has to lose relationships, he has to get the absolute crap kicked out of him multiple times on multiple occasions and barely escape death in order to figure out how to overcome the obstacles in front of him. But in this movie, the main character, she doesn't really go through that in the same way that he did. When she witnesses most of the people get completely eviscerated by the Predator, they're usually people that she has no connection to and she doesn't really care about in any way, shape, or form. Heck, I didn't even know the names for most of the characters. Her intelligence and her abilities, they switch up whenever it's convenient. One moment she's struggling against fighting a single dude, and then the next moment she can take on like 5 of them at once without them landing a single blow, which is a big thing throughout this movie. Nobody hits her. She doesn't get smacked around that often. And yet she has no combat experience, she has no reason to have hand-to-hand combat experience, and yet somehow she kicks everyone's butt randomly. It was fun to watch. It didn't destroy her character, but it did leave a bad aftertaste. Beyond that, I didn't find the blatant sexism and the struggles within the tribe to be too preachy. I actually found it to be rather realistic. The tribe itself had a hunters and gatherers type of dynamic with it. The men would go out and hunt, but the women were the ones that normally knew how to do medicine and stuff like that. They had their place within the tribe. So her wanting to be a hunter and nobody else really vibed with that except for her brother, which was a good switch up. I'm glad they didn't make him awful. It could have worked really well, except the fact that that is all her character has going for her. She wasn't a bad main character, I just wish that she had more time to grow and to develop and to become a standout because she really deserved that. And if it wasn't for the stellar performance of the actress involved, I wouldn't have liked her as much as I did. She was no Mary Sue, but I wish she would have left the plot armor at home. On the other hand, her brother, named Tabe, played by Dakota Beavers, was a really strong character in this movie. Due to how Captain Marvel treated Nick Fury, or Blacksight that I reviewed up there in the corner treated Jai Courtney, I was afraid going into this movie that they would downplay the male characters in order to make the female lead look better. But thankfully they didn't go that route here.
Who invited you? We won't be gone long enough to need a cook.
Well, at least they didn't do it with Tabe. He was actually really supportive of his sister becoming a hunter, and he leaned into the mentor role in the process. He kicked butt, taught lessons, subverted tropes, but he still didn't really feel as developed as he should have been. He got in a lot of trouble and he did it all for his little sister, and that is commendable. 2 more characters, I swear I'm almost done. Stick with me. Next, Sari. Don't leave, I got a reason, okay? Played by an American dingo named Koko, Sari spends most of the movie being not only Naru's most trusted companion, but her best friend. Getting her out of a million scenarios that she otherwise wouldn't survive, he is supportive of her dreams of being a hunter, as well as staying strong in the face of every adversary. He is indeed the most important protagonist in the movie. I'll die on this hill. Fight me. Last but certainly not least, Dane DeLegro as the Predator. Dane played the muscular berserker monster in Sweet Home that had a pretty good fight and got yeeted off a building by my favorite character. So when I heard he was playing the Predator, I was pretty hyped. Then I saw the new design for the Predator and it hyped me up even more, and I gotta say, neither of them disappointed. Watching the Predator kick a bunch of butt never ceased to be fun, and I really enjoyed seeing it on screen. Since I brought it up for the protagonist, I do have to say that the Predator also suffered from moments when he was a little bit underwhelming, and then another moment where he was more powerful than he was then, and it did kinda mess with me a little bit. But since I don't know how much experience this Predator has, I can give it a pass. When it comes to the sci-fi, the CGI worked. When it comes to the horror, there was nothing scary, nothing horrifying. The tension just wasn't really there for me. There was plenty of well choreographed action, and there were some slow parts in between, but I don't think it's enough to really bore the average viewer. There were callbacks to the films that came before, but they didn't feel as natural as I would have liked, but I do have respect to them for trying to put them in there. In the end though, does it suck? No. Yes, I have my gripes, but it doesn't matter because the film was fun. The film worked. If you just want to go watch a movie and you want to enjoy it and you want a good addition in the Predator franchise that doesn't make you cringe the whole time, this is gonna do it. There were a few moments that I did take a step back and I was like, wow, that doesn't really make much sense, but okay. But it wasn't enough to tarnish the entire experience. I enjoyed it. Heck, I'll even watch it again. It's no masterpiece, but it's a good movie. Hot take, I think I liked it better than I did Predator 2. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and like always, have a great day. Thank you.